brown do for you?
Yes. What can brown do for you with your pants down? Do you ever get tired of all that brown?
This is stylish.
Yeah.
Look at that checkered tie. This is
You
nice.
said we looked hot.
Yeah.
I think so. I think they meant the box. I think it was a joke.
Oh,
Why is UPS laying off Anchorage pilots while other airlines are hiring and buying aircraft? Has the company explained their strategy? Well, I think they did by listing off their quarterly profits of $1 billion, right? I mean, I think that's the strategy. I think that you're taking concessions from people, or not concessions, but savings from your pilots, and then you have this monster profit.
Certainly.
That is a strategy of a company. They make money. They're doing it well.
The amount of money that they're talking about saving, even if they furlough these guys for 5 years, is insignificant amount of money to this company. And the fact that we could save the same amount of money with voluntary programs just doesn't seem to make any sense.
What's Lisa Murkowski's view on this? She can see UPS from her house. I don't know. I don't know. Has she been contacted? Does anyone know? Well, no, we know that Mark Begich has been very responsive. He was the mayor when UPS came in and set up shop here in a more permanent way, and so we know he's looking at it, but I don't know what she is. Is the UPS CEO, Scott Davis, trying to break the union? Why else furlough now when the economy is seemingly slowly recovering? Mr. Union President?
I don't think he is trying to break the union. I think there's other things going on behind the scenes here. They're working with the mechanics who are 3 years without a contract. They're trying to have legislation passed on Capitol Hill. And I think all of these things play into the reason why they're furloughing pilots right now, as opposed to taking the savings that we could offer them.
Well, maybe they'll have to answer those questions at Capitol Hill. That'd be nice.
That would be nice.
Would you be, I bet you'd TiVo C-SPAN that day, wouldn't you?
I certainly would. I don't even have TiVo, but I'd buy it for that.
I'm looking forward to seeing that conversation as well. UPS says 4 out of 5 pilots will relocate up here. Is that true? Are they paying for them to?
they may pay for them to move up here if they choose to. I think it will be highly unlikely for them to make that choice to spend 2 to 3 or 4 years to bring your family up here when they're established in a community down in Louisville, down in Florida, or just anywhere in the country where all of their surrounding family is as well. I think it's very unlikely.
Historically, airlines have had a hard time getting folks to move up here from all the different Atlas, FedEx. They've always had a hard time.
Why? You can jump seat on any plane and get out of here.
But it's really hard in the summer because everything gets full. All the flights are
Right.
full. So jump seating out of here in the summertime is very hard. Our airplanes are full, FedEx is full, and then all the passenger airlines are full.
But why would you leave in the summer anyway? Because we got fish to catch.
Well, I agree, but not everybody has the same views that we do, and and there lies the problem.
Well, everybody
getting
else
folks-
is just wrong. No, I'm kidding.
Well, I agree with you, but that's why I live here. But a lot of folks just don't care to live in Alaska, so it's hard to get folks to move up here.
What has been the decrease, if any, of the volume packages goods being shipped through Anchorage?
None.
It's increased. It's increasing.
increasing.
It's increasing.
It's increasing. In fact,
Asia-
they're adding 3 more aircraft to operate out of Anchorage in about a week and a half. There's going to be 3
Shut
additional
up.
airplanes operating and
Sure.
additional flights going
They're
out every
adding
day.
3 airplanes. They're cutting 262 pilots out
Yes.
of here,
Yes.
and they're doing that.
And of course, they're going to move other pilots from
I
the
mean,
lower
does
48
this guy
up
like
here.
have some sort of like is he bonk his head on a polyp or something really hard, and now he can't because it doesn't make. I mean, I'm just a girl from Homer, but the mathematical sense of this, I don't know if I'd be as civil as you all seem to be. I'd be out there with torches and pitchforks. Really, I mean, I would
We
be.
believe you.
Yeah. I'm ready to do it now, and I'm not a pilot. It just seems like it's the trickle down for all the people that believe in trickle down economics. This is sort of your little localized version.
Let's just trickle up.
Yeah, exactly. Why doesn't UPS pick up the military charters available rather than give them to Polar and Southern? That's a great question.
Well, I can tell you what their explanation is. Most of the military charters require large aircraft like 747s and MD-11s. They're a very conservative company. They don't have an extra 747 or extra MD-11. We have no spare airplanes, in case of contingencies, and they don't want to pull those large aircraft off of their core trunk Asian routes to fly the military charters. That's the reason they've given us.
Do you believe them?
No.
Okay.
I do think that's part
I mean,
of it.
that was really
That
good
is-
of you to like give the company line, but
That is, that's their rationale. That's partly true. They don't. It's difficult for them to pull something off for a couple of 2 or 3 days or a week. A large airplane like that, we can't service Asian routes with a 757, which are most of the spare airplanes we have. They're too small, and they're not really capable of flying those distances anyway. So they don't really have extra airplanes to cover that flying when
who
they pull
flies
them
the
off.
biggest plane?
He is the man.
How much does it weigh?
Max takeoff.
Empty.
Oh,
Well, I guess you
How
gotta
about-
have fuel.
yeah. Well, max about over 800,000 pounds.
Yeah, 400 tons.
Yeah.
Over 400
He
tons.
can lift 400 tons with 2 fingers.
I told you he was the man.
You know what? I'm telling you, I have this thing. I love firemen because they just run into a fire and they don't care. And I love pilots because they're like, yeah, gravity, suck it. Come on, there they go. It's just like, it's amazing to me because I sit on a plane and I count all the people and I figure out how much they all weigh. And then I'm like, oh my God, that's just that guy is going to keep us on the ground. And he's usually the guy that sits next to me.
Yeah.
Yeah. Have you lost trust in UPS leadership? This is a yes or no.
Highly concerned in
How's-
some of the
what's your-
decisions that they're making. Seriously,
How's your faith in your union leadership?
it's good.
Well, you know what?
My
You're-
faith has been really reaffirmed in the last week with a lot of things. We took a vote to provide COBRA for folks and some other things, and yeah.
I have lost trust in the airline leadership to make the right decision to do the right thing for the group, the pilots, and the airline at this point.
Well, this isn't going to be a quick solution, but hopefully we can get some answers, certainly from Capitol Hill, from our legislators there in Washington. And what can people do? Quick, just maybe.
Hey, they can talk to their senator here, their congressman. They can write letters.
All right, there you have
They
it.
can do the email thing.
Your vitamin democracy is to write your senators, Lisa Murkowski and Mark Begich. If you need their addresses, Google it. Yeah, and tell them that these jobs are really important to Alaskans. So thank you guys all so much for being here, all of you.
All right, thank you.